Very good morning to you all. Thank you for the warm welcome and the introduction. We're very pleased to be here this morning, and we highly value our partnership with Elance, who are known for quality tuition, and their commitment to supporting you is remarkable. I'm also very glad to be here with you this morning because I'm very passionate about supporting you all as young leaders of tomorrow. And today, I'm going to share some advice with you. I'm here to help you with some experience sharing, but also some advice that which can help you in achieving your goals, whether it is achieving the qualification or whether it is having a rewarding career in accountancy and finance. So please listen very carefully. What I'm going to share today is going to be life-changing for some of you. Maybe for all of you, but some of you. I'll tell why I'm saying so. I'll come back later on, yeah? Why I'm saying some of you only. It could be for all of you, but it could be for some of you. I'm just going to share only three key messages today, so that it is easy to remember and apply. The first message is very clear, that you should be very proud of pursuing a qualification like ACCA. The first thing, I'll tell you why. We see around us so many things are changing. We are living in an era of rapid transformation. Everything is changing because of technology, because of environment, because of regulation changing, because of political things changing. It is all changing. Entirely the business landscape is changing. Do you all agree? Yes. So in this new changed world, which is already changed, we need professional accountants to help the economy, to the businesses to navigate these challenges, but also to realize opportunities. There are many opportunities as well. So they all are looking for finance professionals like you to help them navigate these challenging times and also realize opportunities. Now, the skills that you bring to the table are not just valuable, they are essential. They are needed by the employers. And hence, there is so much growing demand for ACCA qualified professionals like you who are pursuing qualification. And I have mentioned that the skills, the competencies, the capabilities that you bring is exactly what the world is requiring now. The world needs now. And hence, you can see there is a surge in demand for professional accountants, not only just here in India, but also globally. So be assured that what you're doing is a great qualification and you will always be in demand. And it is at ACCA, it is our duty to keep you always in demand by keeping the qualification always ahead. You know, our logo says think ahead, right? We always think ahead. We keep the qualification in line with what the employers are looking for. So just be proud and focus on this. And I told you just now that there is a demand for skills that you bring to the table, right? So what are those skills? So I'll just put some light on those skills because you can start developing those skills right from now. Of course, the first skill they are looking for, which is understood, is the technical skills that you need to have in the particular area. Of course, when you talk about accountancy, finance, and management, you need to have the hardcore, technical knowledge of those skills, the concepts, the principles, all those background. That is the knowledge, which is, of course, you need to have. But now you need to have more than that, other skills as well. Because of big data that we have now, they need analytical skills. Data analysis is very, very important, right? Then, because of technology, you all have to be tech savvy. We need digital skills. Automation, AI is everywhere. So you need to be digital savvy. Then, what is also more important, what employers, I'm sure they will also mention about this skill which they're looking for, is the communication. It's very, very important. How you're able to interact with others, how you're able to relate, how you're able to connect with others, For that, you need to have good communication skills. Yeah. And then we also need critical thinking and problem solving. Again, this is another skill which employers are looking for very actively. They want you to solve problems, critical thinking, problem solving. And also another skill that they are looking for very particularly is the collaboration. Because now you're working in several teams, not only local teams, but also global teams. You're a part of global team. So you need to have collaboration skills. How do you collaborate? How do you work together? And there's a lot of difference between cooperation and collaboration. If you're friendly with others, you're helping others, that is cooperation, not collaboration. Collaboration is understanding what exactly are we achieving together. What is your role and what is my role in that? That is collaboration and working together, right? That is collaboration is required. And then there's also need for emotional intelligence. Understanding each other's emotions and connecting with them, that is emotional intelligence. Also another skill which is very much required in today's environment, which is very challenging, is resilience. And you know what is resilience? How well you deal with the challenges and come back. If you have a setback, if you face any challenges, how well and how fast you bounce back, that is resilience. And you see a spring, when you press the spring, it compresses, right? As soon as you leave, it comes back, right? This is exactly you should be. If you face any challenge, of course we are impacted, but you should come back to original position as soon as possible. That is resilience. You have to build that resilience. And another skill which I would like to highlight here very clearly is a curiosity. Be curious, ask questions. And I think all of us we have lost that curiosity over the time. Remember when we were very young, like kids, how many questions we used to ask? Lot many, right? People are tired of answering those questions, so many questions. But when you went to the school, what happened? For the first, like kindergarten school, there were so many like you who were asking questions. The teacher had to say, please wait, raise your hand if you have to ask a question. So there was a first break to your curiosity there, because you had questions but you couldn't ask, you had to raise the hand, right? And then that continued. And now you have come to a stage where you're not asking any question because you're scared, saying that what if I ask this question, what others will think of me? Is it right question or wrong question, right? You're so much worried about that, and because of this you have lost your curiosity. So please bring back that curiosity. Ask questions. And even leaders, they ask the right questions. They don't tell you what to do. They only ask the right questions. For example, if you ask me, what is this? There are two ways of dealing with this. I can tell you what is this, one way. The other way I can tell you, where do you think we can find this information about? So then you will think, okay, where can I find the information? Then you will go and find out, yeah? So which is better, first one or second one? The first one, I'm giving you a fish every day. Second one, I'm teaching you to fish. Right? There is a saying that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for the day. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for life. Right? So we have to empower you. We have to ask the right questions so that you get to know how do you do it yourself. Right? So ask the right questions. Even ChatGPT has got all the answers, right? But what do you need? The right question. It may give the very different answer to different people because depending on the question, what you ask. So please ask questions. Why, what, when, how, and you'll get so many answers. And also another skill which is very, very important is ethical practice. As ACCA, we always say that we not only want good accountants, but accountants who are good as well. So we want good ethical practice. So you should be the champions of ethical practice. So these are the skills which you should be aware of and start preparing right from now. This is the first message. Second message, now if you are very clear that there is high demand for ACCA and there is high demand for the skills, that means you have to focus on completing your qualification and getting your ACCA membership. When I talk about ACCA membership, again, there are 3 E's in that, as you know. One is the experience. ethics module, and the more important part is the exams, right? Exams, ethics, and experience. We call it 3 E's. All the 3 E's are important for ACCA membership. Now, sometimes what happens, people just focus on exams because we are studying full time. Let's focus on exams, which is okay in a way, but you should also be thinking of the other E's also at the same time. How do you start preparing for the practical experience? Sometimes they all complete the exams and then start the experience, which is again will take time. So be very clear about when it comes to exams. You're studying at a learning partner like Elance, which is known for quality. So you'll have all the support that you need, the expert advice from them. But also I would urge you to use all the ACCA resources that we have. You may have seen the study hub resource, my examination, my examination performance report, MEP report, past question papers, practice tests, all those things, please practice and use it. And one more tip I want to tell you here, that for ACCA exams, knowing everything is not enough. If you have prepared thoroughly, you have completed everything, that is not enough to pass the exams. You may be surprised what I'm saying, but it is true. Because, for example, unless you may have all the knowledge, but unless you understand the question, what is being asked, and apply your knowledge to answer the question in relevant way, you will not get the marks. Right? And all this you have to do in less time. So you have to do right, and you have to do in less time. And for this, to learn how to do this, there are 3 ways. First way is practice. Second way is practice. And third way is practice. So, in practice is very, very important. The more you practice, the more you will get the skill how to do it fast and how to do it right. Okay? So please focus on this thing. The third tip I want to give you is, now you have learned about the importance of qualification and how to focus on the membership. But the question is, how do I keep continuing what I am doing? For example, you may study on a daily basis. Sometimes you may feel not studying hard. You may feel like, why am I doing this? I have other things to do. So this is natural because you're all human beings. But what we need here is the focus. And to have focus, we need to be very clear, why are we doing this? We also need motivation, right? Motivation, what is motivation? Any idea what is motivation? For example, we have members like Roshni and Jeevan who will share, the success stories. I'm sure you like to become like them, yeah? That is your motivation. They inspire you. They inspire you with their success stories. That is inspiration coming from outside, but you want to become like that. That is your motivation. Motivation comes from inside. So you need to have motivation on daily basis. And we say motivation is like fire. If you don't keep adding the fuel, the fire will go away or die. So here they can come once in a while to inspire you, but it is you who have to keep yourself motivated on daily basis. And how to do that? How to be motivated? Just remind yourself, why are you doing this? And what will you get after doing this? Remember, I told you the first point, be proud of pursuing a qualification like ACCA. Remember, on daily basis, you have to remind yourself that if I do this, I'm going to get a lot of career opportunities. I can achieve what I want to achieve, right? So this is very, very clear. Keep reminding yourself on daily basis. And I hope you remember that story. Once a teacher was teaching archery, which is to shoot with bow and arrow. And the teacher made a bird of wood and he kept on a pole. And he was teaching the students how to shoot. He brought the first student and he asked them to shoot at that bird. But before that he could shoot, he asked the student, what can you see in front of you? The student said, I can see the sky, the tree, the pole, and the bird. He said, stop. set aside, don't shoot. Then he got another student to shoot. But before he could shoot, he asked the same question he asked, what can you see in front of you? This student, he said, I can see the pole and the bird. He said, okay, just stop. Stand aside. He got a third student to shoot, and before he could shoot, he asked the same question, what can you see in front of you? And you know what he said? I can see the eye of the bird. I can see eye of the bird. He said, okay, then shoot. So what is the difference between these three students? The first one could see everything, isn't it? And second one could see just few things, but third one could see only the goal. This is focus. The eye of the bird is your goal, right? Whatever you want to achieve. But then the sky, the bird, everything, the tree, everything is your distraction. You have to close your eyes, you have to move away if you have to focus on your goal. This is what is lacking today. People are having so many distractions. I don't mean to say that you have to cut everything yourself from your friends in social life. It's not that. But have the right balance. Have self-discipline. Self-discipline is about when to do what you need to do, yeah? Whether you feel like doing or not. So please have the self-discipline and motivation on a daily basis. Yeah? Fine, so I would like to conclude here, but now I have shared some 3 points with you and some advice. But in the beginning, I told you that it may be life-changing for some of you, maybe for all of you, but some of you. The reason being, when we share something, not all of you will go and apply. Today you are motivated, you're inspired, and you want to do it. But tomorrow, or maybe after a week, gone back to normal. Do you agree? Yes. So but some of you may be very focused. They will catch these things and apply on daily basis, and they will continue. So it may be life-changing for some of them. But I would like all of you to apply this and make it life-changing for all of you. Will you do it? Yes. So working closely with Elance, we are here to support you. And start with small steps. If you want to go today and change everything, it is not possible. Small with baby steps. Small steps. For example, make a small change today, what you want to make. Just one change. Yeah, I'll give an example. If someone has to run a marathon, yeah, they can't start practicing from today to run a marathon, the entire thing from today. What they can do is today just run for only 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes you can run, right? Make it easy for you, first of all. Make it easy for you to do things in small steps. But once you do regularly, you will get there. This is the key to getting or starting new habits.